Yo, what is going on guys, Flashverse here and welcome back to another video on The Flash Season 7. And yeah, for today's video I'll be going over and breaking down some set photos by the one and only Canadagraphs, who was present on set while the cast and crew were filming episode 15 of The Flash Season 7. So yeah, that is the third episode before the season finale, and as I have mentioned during yesterday's video, we finally got our very first look of Godspeed on set from The Flash Season 7. And as I said during that video as well, it seems like Godspeed will be our main villain from episodes 12 to 18, aka graphic novel number 4, which I just cannot wait for. We are finally getting a speedster antagonist who will challenge our Scarlet Speedster with the speed side of things. But before we get too excited about this, it will be a while until we get there, because the Godspeed stuff will be taking place during graphic novel number 4, in which we still haven't wrapped up graphic novel number 3. But we are slowly getting near the end of graphic novel number 3, which is obviously the Forces storyline, in which we have already identified the 3 other forces, that being the Sage Force, the Strength Force, and the Still Force. But also we have identified the users of these forces as well. So we have Psyche being the one with the Sage Force, Fore being the one with the Strength Force, and Dion being the one with the Still Force. And although we haven't had a main villain reveal just yet, we have had some slight hints to the Speed Force possibly ending up becoming our main antagonist for this graphic novel, but this graphic novel will wrap up during episode 11, in which we will then pick up with episode 12, which is the start of graphic novel number 4, where we will finally get Godspeed as our main villain, which I cannot wait for. But in regards to graphic novel number 3, in order to find out whether or not the Speed Force will actually be our main antagonist, we are going to have to escape this 3-week break at first and pick up with episode 8 during the 4th of May. And from the synopsis for this episode, it seems like Barry will be making a shocking discovery about the Speed Force. I wonder what that could be. But yeah, as I said during yesterday's video, the cast and crew were filming episode 15 of the season, where we got our very first look of Godspeed on set. And from the time I was recording that video, which I uploaded last night, Canadagraphs would have still been on set doing his thing. And I did say when Canadagraphs releases his blog post, I will be doing a more in detailed breakdown with the Godspeed stuff. And yeah, we got a lot more photos of Godspeed as well as the Flash. And yeah, it is very interesting and I just cannot wait to talk about it. But before I actually get into the breakdown of these set photos, credit to Canadagraphs for these set photos, as if it weren't for him and the hard work that he has been putting to get these images out, we would have had no idea about what would be happening behind the scenes and what they would actually be filming. So big shout out for Canadagraphs. Be sure to check out his blog page. He does have tons and tons of very cool stuff, which I'm sure you guys would love. I am only using 8 set photos for this video, whereas Canadagraphs has 34 other set photos in total from this very Godspeed set. So yeah, there are a lot more images which I wouldn't have added on this video, which you guys could obviously check out by visiting his blog post. And also his YouTube channel will be linked in the description down below, just in case you guys want to check that out as well. But also be sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel so you are aware of more Arrowverse content coming your way. Okay, so firstly to go over, we have this shot of Godspeed. So yeah, Godspeed is back for this episode. As I said, I think he is the main villain for episodes 12 to 18. But also one thing to point out is that Eric Wallace did say that we will finally be meeting the original Godspeed during the Flash Season 7. So it will not be the Godspeed clones who will be the main villain for the season, it will be the original Godspeed, whoever it is, even if it's August Hart or if it's someone else. But yeah, this is a shot of Godspeed and he's getting ready to shoot for a scene, I'm guessing, since the clapperboard is right in front of his face. But yeah, that suit just looks so clean during the day. I just love how the suit looks. However, as we progress into the next shot, we don't have just one Godspeed, but we have 2 Godspeeds. Now, could these be Godspeed clones? I'm not entirely sure. Maybe one of them is the real Godspeed and the other one is a clone. That could also be a possibility. Or we do know that Godspeed does have the ability to be in two places at once. So maybe that is what is happening over here. Canadagraphs did say that they were out during the day and they're looking around, and that's the scene done. Maybe they were looking around for like Barry or something, or maybe they're just looking around to see if they could locate something which they're looking for. Now, I am very interested to see what Godspeed's motivations are as well. Like, why is it that he is so obsessed with the Flash? And why is it that he sent Godspeed clones to go after him and presumably to like steal his speed or something? And why wasn't it just him going after the Flash, but he had to send these clones? I'm very interested to see the reasoning behind that. And also, it was teased by Eric Wallace that Godspeed would have some sort of a personal connection to Barry. So I'm very interested to see what Godspeed's reasoning is. But also, I just cannot wait to see the rivalry between these two speedsters. I hope it is great. You guys know about my Godspeed Edithon theory. Will it end up being true? Probably not, but who knows. But moving on to the more interesting bunch of photos. So these next few scenes were during the night, and this time the scene involved Grant Gustin, who obviously plays Barry Allen aka The Flash, and Godspeed. So this is them facing off each other, and Canadagraphs mentioned that they were doing a scene where the Flash gets thrown across by a couple of Godspeeds. And as you guys could see from this shot over here, yeah, Barry is in big trouble. He is literally screwed. There is no pep talk which will save him from the whooping he's about to receive. But obviously this time we have 3 Godspeeds on set, so that's pretty much 3 speedsters facing off the Flash, and I just cannot wait to see how it goes down. Judging from this photo over here, it clearly isn't going well for Barry. We could see that for a fact. Now, I'm not sure if it's just me thinking this, but it seems like these Godspeeds are doing those sonic beam things as they are trying to steal Barry's speed. Judging from the way they are standing, it kind of reminds me of that scene during episode 18 of season 6 when they were trying to steal Barry's speed. I'm not entirely sure, it just feels like the same to me. So what I'm guessing over here is that these Godspeeds are trying to steal Barry's speed or something. As I said before, this speculation is just purely based on the way they are standing, so I could be wrong about that. But then we have this shot with Barry standing right in the middle of 5 different Godspeeds. Now, as I said before, the question is, are these Godspeeds clones which Godspeed is bringing with him to go after the Flash? Or is it that this Godspeed has this new power? We do obviously know that in the comics, he has the ability to appear in 2 places at once due to how fast he is. However, throughout the course of the show, we have had multiple different speedsters being able to be at 2 places at once, whether it's creating a time remnant or creating a speed mirage. And the thing is, if we do see Godspeed being at 2 places at once, and if we see him, doing the same ability which we've seen these other speedsters do in the past, it would take away that wow factor, because we have seen many speedsters being able to do that. So like, why would it be any different if Godspeed does it, apart from the fact that it would just be taking a page from the comic book and just putting into live action? So what I think is going on over here is that they gave him this extra juice, if you want to say, and instead of him being able to replicate himself once, he can create multiple different copies of himself. Or another obvious choice is that once again this could potentially be a time remnant as well, we don't know. And this would kind of align with the 150th episode, because during that episode we have Bart Allen appearing, we have Nora West Allen coming back, and we have Jay Garrick returning. And this would make a lot more sense now, because if Godspeed has some overpowered ability like this, Barry would need all the help he needs possible, because they would mop the floor with Barry if Godspeed keeps doing this speed mirage or time remnant, or even bringing in the Godspeed clones, whatever it is. They would easily outnumber Barry, and obviously it wouldn't end too well for him. So Barry would also need all the help that he could get so that he could actually take on these different Godspeeds. But here's where things get extremely interesting. Canadagraphs mentions that the Flash comes zipping into the scene and Barry is looking confused. And the thing about these Godspeeds are that they are having some sort of royal rumble, if you want to say, in a sense that the 6 different Godspeeds on set end up fighting each other. So it's pretty much a 1v1 and then a 1v1 and then a 1v1 with the different Godspeeds. Now, what could they potentially be fighting for over here? I have no idea. It could be that they are the ones who want to steal Barry's speed, and then the other Godspeed wants to do it as well. They want to steal Barry's speed and they want to give it to the original Godspeed, but the other Godspeed clone doesn't let them do that. I'm not entirely sure. If the original Godspeed is not there on set, then these Godspeeds are definitely Godspeed clones, because other than that, I just have absolutely no clue why the Godspeed would end up fighting each other. But yeah, this part was pretty confusing and I'm lacking theories from this portion because I just have no idea what is happening over here. Like, seeing the Godspeeds facing off each other is pretty confusing, but I am very interested to see what is going on over here. And if you guys have any ideas to what could potentially be going on over here, be sure to tell me in the comment section down below. As you guys know, I do read my comments. But yeah guys, thanks for watching. If you guys have enjoyed the video, please give a like and subscribe. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.